Unit 5, practice test number 3, quadratic equations. The instructions for number 3 say solve by completing the square. Completing the square does essentially the same thing as the quadratic formula, except you work through the process, you work through the steps instead of plugging into the formula. To complete the square, I need to make a square, a perfect square trinomial. To start off with, I'm going to get my 20 out of the way, because right now it's not a perfect square trinomial. So I'll just get the 20 out of the way. I'll put it on the other side. Now to make a perfect square trinomial, I need to take half of this and square it. So I'm going to come over here, out of the way. Negative 8 divided by 2 equals negative 4. Negative 4 squared equals 16. So I need to add 16 here. Now I'm going to factor the left-hand side. I'm going to factor my trinomial. And you'll see what I mean when I say perfect square trinomial. Once I factor it, x, x. With my coefficients, I need to multiply to get 16. I need to add to get negative 8. To get a positive when I multiply, I have to have two negatives or two positives. In this case, I know it's two negatives because if I add two positives, I'll get a positive number. The only way to get a negative number when I add is to have two negatives in this case. Okay? So what multiplies to give me 16? What adds to give me 8? Negative 4 and negative 4. And that still equals 36. I check it. X squared minus 4x minus 4x. That gives me negative 8x. I square, or negative 4 times negative 4 gives me 16. I'm going to rewrite this now as x minus 4 squared equals 36. I take the square root of both sides, and I know that either x minus 4 equals 6 or x minus 4 equals negative 6. Adding 4 to both sides, x equals 10 or x equals negative 2. Just like I did with the quadratic formula, I can go back and check. Plug these numbers into this equation. You should get 0.